Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of SMITE Community Concepts with me, Superdazza.
And me, Pearly. Before you watch this video, go check out the introductory video for this series by clicking on the coin on the screen right now.
Okay, so we're going to show you guys 4 skin concepts each episode, and at the end of the video you can vote on your favourite skin concept from the episode. So, let's get right into it. Pearly, take it away with the first concept of the first episode.
Soil.
Okay, so with our first skin concept, Azilo has the perfect opportunity for a pun in the name of the skin, but blew it. It is a really cool skin though, so let's take a look. Azilo says that Soul's skin would be ghostly white. She would be wearing a tattered white dress with a flowing look to it, and her hair would be grey. Azilo also said that her basic attacks would have her throwing skulls, but if not acceptable, they could also be smoke balls. Azilo has said they want it to be a scary skin, or at least as scary as a T rating would allow. They've said that the voice accent would be Irish, because apparently that's a scary accent. Sorry, Irish people. Her first ability, Radiance, would place fog on the ground around her. Her second ability, Stellar Burst, would have fog surrounding her hands when used, and when thrown out, a face would appear on the ground where it hits. In the second hit, it would chomp down and recede. Disapparate, her third ability, would turn her legs into wisps, her face would become distorted, and she would leave behind a trail of dead plants. Her ultimate, Supernova, would have tombstones shooting up from the ground.
Apollo!
No prizes for guessing what this skin is. Poopid says that Apollo would be wearing a spacesuit, surprise surprise, with oxygen tanks and a space helmet like an astronaut, and he would be holding sci-fi blaster pistols that shoot green energy blasts as basic attacks. His voice accent would be American, and he would talk as if he was talking through a microphone like he was in space. For So Beautiful, Apollo's first ability, he would fire a larger blast from his blaster pistols that travel in rings. His second ability, Serenade, would be Apollo smashing his gas canister, leaking gas in a circle around him. His third ability, The Moves, would be Apollo sliding through the floor, kicking up moon dirt. And, saving the best till last, his ultimate, Across the Sky. His chariot would be replaced with a spaceship, which he gets into and flies through the air in. He then comes crashing down to the battleground in a dismantled version of the spaceship, and crashes into the ground with an explosion. There would be rocket thruster sounds on the way up, and when he starts his descent, he shouts Houston, then alarm sounds start, followed by an explosion sound as he hits the ground.
Thanatos.
Leonidos obviously put in a lot of work, just by the amount that he wrote about this skin concept. So nice job. There's a lot to get through, so I'll speed through it. They said they appearance to be an old man with a long white beard and small spectacles, with his head tied in a ponytail underneath a green cap which rested on his head, and his wings would be red and black like a robin. He'd be covered in dark green and bright red garments with a few bits of golden armour. He would have cuckoo clocks on the other parts of the armour, which would be spread around his chest, the top of his arms, and somewhat along his legs. A gold pendulum would replace his scythe, which he would hold upside down, and at the top would be a sharp military hour hand, which would come together from the tip of the weapon. The colour of his abilities would be bronze, and his voice accent would be Polish or Italian. Breathe. Thanatos' first ability, Death Scythe, would change so that he throws out his new weapon, and the ability would be a bronze colour. When the weapon spins, it would leave behind an after effect, similar to the brim of a clock when it ticks. His second ability, Scent of Death, would again be changed to a bronze hue, and small clock-like bubbles would swarm around him before the doors of the cuckoo clock opened in his chest, and swallows all of the clocks. His third ability, Soul Reap, would be Thanatos swinging a giant minute hand. And to his terrifying ultimate, Hovering Death, he would fly into the air and have mechanical dancers surround him, similar to the ones inside a clock tower. The ground targeter would be a clock, and when he descends, the giant clang of a clock would be heard.
Sun Wukong.
So last but not least is Morrigan with a Sun Wukong caveman skin. Morrigan had trouble thinking of a name for this skin, so suggest a name in the comments. According to the art Morrigan submitted, Sun Wukong would look near enough the same, however his sash would be replaced by leopard hide, his shoulder armour would be replaced with a small dinosaur skull, and his necklace would be replaced with fossils and small bones and skulls. The legs are not shown in the art, but I would imagine him to be wearing not too much on his legs, just the sash and maybe a cloth around his waist. His weapon would be replaced by a shabby looking spear, his voice accent / dialect would be similar to that of Primal Huntress Artemis, and his basic attacks wouldn't change. His first ability, the Magic Cudgel, would be Sun Wukong lunging forward with his spear while screaming. His second ability, Master's Will, would be basically the same, but they said maybe add a little bit of blood. 72 transformations, his third ability, is the reason we chose this skin for the show. His eagle, or as Morrigan likes to call it, the bird of Nope, would become a pterodactyl, his tiger would become a raptor, and his ox would become a triceratops. He would make dinosaur noises as he uses his ability, depending on the transformation chosen. And to wrap up the episode, Wukong's ultimate, Somersault Cloud, would be him sitting on a thorn-like tree.
And that's it for this episode. Don't forget to vote for your favourite skin concept by going to the link in the description.
There's also a link down there to the form that you can fill in to submit your own skin concept. So if you have a concept in mind, send it in, and we'll pick the best to showcase.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment with your feedback on the episode.
See you next time!